Welcome to the show where the strange takes flight, where the shadows meet the curious light. We're diving deep where the wild things stay, in a world beyond your everyday. Oh my, we're gonna blow your mind, peeling back the layers of space and time. From hollow worlds to beings unseen, we're talking about things that live in between.
Welcome again. Welcome back, actually. Shit. It's Mind Dump with Jordy Jets with me, Jordy Jets, and I apologize for the hiatus. Look, man, I was moving into this new apartment, as you can see. Haven't set up completely, but today I was like, fuck it. Let's just do a little impromptu episode here. To be honest, I've been here for like 3 months. I took a hiatus for like 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know how long has it been. But hey, man, my bad. I'm back now, and I'm gonna get my ass in check. I'm gonna get things in order. We're gonna get some episodes out. I got some topics to go over, but this one is more of a welcome back. Welcome back, guys. We're back. We are back, okay? Yeah, so to update you guys, in my recent episodes, I would shout out my TikTok. Well, sad news, guys. My TikTok has officially been permanently banned. I did the appeal and everything, and they wouldn't have it. I guess I was speaking too much truth, you know what I'm saying? But it's crazy because, like, I've had my TikTok and I've appealed every other video that they tried to kick off, and they approved it. The ones that were approved were posted. They've denied a few videos, and I've lost those. What's crazy about TikTok is, like, you do all of this editing in their app. You do all of this work. You spend all these hours doing editing on your video. And then if they ban it, dude, you don't even get your video back. Like I couldn't even download my video. Isn't that some bullshit, bro? Like, all that work, at least getting my creative work back so I could post it on like Instagram and YouTube. Fucking bastards, bro. But anyway, yeah, my TikTok is banned. Jordy.jets. I think that's what it was. It's banned. I'm thinking about making a new one. I don't know, but it's just so hard to make a new one because of all the work that I put in the first one. I didn't get that far, but I was getting a little bit of traction, you know. I lost all my contacts. I was having some guests that were going to come on. I was going to go on somebody's podcast. Damn, what's his name? Damn. Dude, I forgot your name, dude. Oh, no. I follow you on Instagram though, and you posted my video about the Matrix. That was my last video on Instagram. On TikTok was the video about in the Matrix, the Oracle is feeding the birds crumbled up cookies so she can surveil the whole Matrix. Oh, what's your name? Dude, you're literally, I follow you. I actually subscribed to your podcast. 1 second, dude. I'm gonna shout you out. We have to do an episode. I am still willing to come on, and I hope you're willing to come on my podcast. Dude, I know you're here, dude. I know you're in here. I'm on my phone right now. Let me check. Grimbowski. I got it. Grimbowski, bro. I'll hit you up. My bad. I was just moving and my mind was everywhere. But yeah, TikTok is banned. What else have I been up to? Hunting. I've been getting into hunting. See, a lot of people say they want to live off the land. They want to separate themselves from like how society lives, going to the grocery store. But a lot of people are just all talk. See, I put in the work. So for this whole year I've been working on my firearms. If you don't know, I'm very into firearms. Um I just got my new hunting rifle about 3 months ago. Savage Axis. It's an intro. It's a introductory level hunting rifle, but I was researching to see which hunting rifle was the most, I guess, accurate. Excuse me. Oh, yeah. So I was looking for a hunting rifle, not too much to break the bank. So I got a Savage Axis, um, in 30-06. I'm not gonna lie, I got the 30-06 after, R.I.P. Charlie Kirk. But I was doing a whole bunch of research on Charlie Kirk's death, the incident, R.I.P. Like I said, I was doing a whole bunch of research on the 30-06, and yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I had to buy one. And we're gonna get into that. I don't think he was shot with a 30-06. We're not gonna go too deep in it. I know you guys probably have been badgered with that subject enough. I'm pretty late to the party, but since I took the hiatus, yeah, I'm late to the party. I'm not gonna go too deep in Charlie Kirk, but yeah, the 30-06 is the caliber that I chose for my hunting rifle, and I've been shooting it. Shout out to Aries Training Facility in Leesburg, Florida. I got my membership there, and the furthest I've shot on steel is 400 yards. That's 400 football fields, people. I feel like a marksman. We're going to take it out to 500 to 850 in the next few weeks. But yeah, I've been working on my hunting. So far I was hunting hogs. Since I didn't have a license yet, you don't need a license to hunt hogs in Florida. The day that I went out with some people. They were kind of too loud. If you're listening to this, Brian, you were too loud, okay? Y'all were stepping on all the fucking branches, bro. Dude, we scared all the hogs. I saw one huge ass hog okay, first of all, we're in Florida, so most of our hunting land is scrub bush is what they call it, and swamp. And we were in Lake Monroe hunting in basically the swamp, okay? My boots are still drying out from that day. That was a week ago. But anyway, yeah, so I bought a 30-06 Savage Axis bolt action rifle, and I've been working with it. Got my shot right, zeroed it at 100 yards. It's spot on at 100 to 300 yards, but maybe I'll do a gun channel, a firearm channel. I know some of you might not be into firearms, but yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been trying to hunt hogs and white-tailed deer. Ironically, after all this training and everything, I went out hunting for hogs one time, and then my car broke down. So the clock is ticking because hunting season ends. Well, in my area, for me to go hunt for deer, a white-tailed deer, like I have until like January, early January. So I'm hoping my car will get fixed by then so I can go out and hunt it. Funny, I drive a Corolla, okay? So you better know that I'm either going to put a white-tailed deer or hog in my trunk, okay? Or what I'm planning on doing is quartering up the meat, legs, front leg, front arms, a back strap, all that stuff. But yeah, this is not a hunting channel. This is just the mind. Matter of fact, this is the mind of Jordy Jet. So we can get into conspiracies, we can get into hunting, whatever is on my mind. This is my podcast. So anyway, what should we talk about first? One thing I noticed. Okay, so this one thing I noticed in the past, I guess 2 months, is that I haven't seen many lines in the sky. I live in Orlando, Florida, Central Florida. And I haven't seen many, I guess you would call them chemtrails in the sky. I haven't seen many chemtrail lines in the sky, is what I'm saying. I made a comment on a post on Instagram about that for Central Florida specifically. And some people from South Florida, like Miami, Fort Lauderdale, they're saying that they still got lines in the sky. But literally in Florida, in Central Florida, Orlando specifically, I haven't seen any. And if you didn't know, Florida banned weather modification, weather manipulation, whatever you want to call it. What's it called? Geoengineering. So all that has been banned in Florida. Actually, I have a article to pull up. 1 second, guys. I'm a little rusty. Been a while. All right, let me share the screen. All right, so here's a news story from Fox 35 Orlando. Florida cracked down on cloud seeding under new weather modification ban. Now, there's a difference. So there's cloud seeding, there's weather modification, and then there's chemtrails. Chemtrails is mostly like spreading chemicals in the air to affect people on the ground. But this is more on the cloud seeding aspect of plane spraying. So let me read this article. All right, Orlando, Florida. Florida Attorney General James Uthmeyer said that the state has become enforcing a new law banning weather modification and geoengineering activities, sometimes known as cloud seeding. Senate Bill 56, which took effect this summer, prohibits anyone from releasing or dispersing substances into the atmosphere to alter weather, temperature, climate, or sunlight. All right, what we know. Public airports must now report any aircraft equipped with weather modification devices to the Florida Department of Transportation. Uthmeyer posted on X that FAA notices show airports such as Palm Beach International and Daytona Beach International have begun posting restrictions against such aircraft. And here's the post. As of October 1st, Florida airports are closed to any weather modification activities. If you become aware of airports violating Florida's recently enacted law, report it to the website reportfloridaskies.com. So violators can face felony charges up to 5 years in prison and fines up to $100,000. What we don't know, it remains unclear whether any active weather modification operations have taken place in Florida or whether any entities are currently under investigation. Backstory: Florida lawmakers passed Senate Bill 56 amid growing online claims that atmospheric manipulation was secretly influencing weather patterns. Now, this is the crazy part. They've always denied spraying the skies, whether it's chemtrails, whether it's weather manipulation. They always said, oh no, those are contrails. But let me tell you something right now, right? Let me tell you. I look in the sky nowadays in Orlando. I'm going to say specifically Orlando because, like I said, South Florida has been saying that they're still heavily getting sprayed. But in Orlando, I probably see like maybe a long trail from a plane maybe once or twice a week. And that's crazy compared to last year. Like last year, I have pictures in my phone. I would take a picture of lines in the sky at about like, let's say like 9 o'clock a.m., right? By 11 a.m., overcast everywhere, blocking the sun. Obviously, like, and to be honest, it was the same time now last year that I'm talking about this. When I look at the sky now, it's eerily perfect how the clouds look. Very fluffy, They look exactly like the Windows screensaver or background. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, like it would seem like only 1 or 2 times a week I would see an actual long streak. I would see a plane actually make contrails, like they were saying, a contrail which dissipates in like literally seconds. Like right behind the plane or jet, whatever, the contrail dissipates. It's gone. There's no lasting cloud. It doesn't form clouds. But it's kind of funny that they enacted this bill for like spraying the skies when they've denied spraying the skies for this long. Let me continue on this article. Here it says the law formally statute 403.411 mirrors concerns voiced by some residents and political figures about environmental control, and government transparency. Critics, however, say the legislation lends credibility to conspiracy theories and addresses a problem that scientific agencies say does not exist. Like I said, they made a bill about something that they said that they did not exist. Let's move forward. The move places Florida among a few states regulating atmospheric modification despite limited evidence that such practices occur locally. And it shows you it tells you about what cloud seeding is. Cloud seeding is a weather modification process that disperses substances such as silver iodide or salt particles into clouds to encourage precipitation. Now, before I get off this topic, right? Let me stop sharing the screen. All right, so before I get off this topic, I had a theory, okay? Let me take a sip of this drink. Okay, so on the topic of weather modification, right? We just had this crazy hurricane in Jamaica. Completely devastated Jamaica, right? People lost, my uncle basically lost his house. I'm not sure how bad it is, but very bad damage to the house. Now, my theory, and I looked it up, they do geoengineering, weather modification, cloud seeding in Africa. And that's where we know hurricanes on our side of the globe, if you believe in the globe, originate, okay? What if all the geoengineering on the west side of Africa is affecting the hurricanes that hit, the Caribbean, Florida, and basically the east coast of America, North America? Have we even looked into that? Like, I looked it up. They 100% do cloud seeding because, there's a lot of droughts in Africa. There's a lot, famine and stuff. Of course, they need water, but what if adding more precipitation adds to the strength of hurricanes? And could it be done intentionally? Now, we've seen in Maui and I forgot the other place. I think it's like North Carolina, South Carolina. Was it a flood? Was it fire? I forgot what it was, but definitely in Maui, they had a plan for a smart city, right? And people were against, selling their property to the government, selling their property to these big businesses that want to bring upon the smart city, the 15-minute city, all the surveillance and everything, futuristic cities, right? After fighting with the locals, oh, we need your land. They're not giving you their land. All of a sudden, fire, right? All of a sudden, destruction. And it just so happens that they want to do a smart city there. And they're rebuilding as a smart city. What about I think it was North Carolina where what was it? Was it a flood or what was it? A fire? I forgot what it was. I'm sorry. I forgot. But this happened before Maui, so excuse me. But there was a disaster in the Carolinas, and it just so happens that there are lithium mines there. Very valuable lithium mines. Well, guess what in Jamaica? In Jamaica, there's a plan to make it a smart city, 15-minute city, surveillance everywhere. Well, how are you going to get that? Well, maybe through insurance money, building the city back as a smart city. That's just it just seems that everywhere that there's a smart city planned, there's destruction. Everywhere that there's valuable resources, there's destruction. That's just my 2 cents. That's just my thought, my conspiracy, I guess. So let's move on. Let's do a little bit Charlie Kirk. I don't want to go too much. I'm not into like politics, so I won't talk about. So Charlie Kirk sadly was shot in front of all those people, in front of all those students. So when I initially wanted to cover this story, I was going to cover, how he was just shot because he was speaking his mind. I was going to go through all the theories of how he could still be alive, of how it could have been a staged event. There's that guy that took down the camera right behind him right after he got shot. We're not going to go into that, okay? We're not going to, like I said, you probably got badgered. You probably already went through all that. I'm late to the party. But one thing I know, okay, since I've been hunting, since I've been getting ready for hunting, I got my 30-06. It said that he got shot with a 30-06 and there was no exit wound. Now, during my research on getting a hunting rifle, I chose a 30-06 specifically because most of the hunting videos I saw, when a deer, like, let me explain to you. A 30-06 can take down a moose, could take down a bear. I'm pretty sure it could take down an elephant with the right shot placement, lungs, heart. I was going through a lot of videos on YouTube about the 30-06, how it shoots, how it hits an animal. Because to be honest, I was looking at 308 calibers. I was looking at other, and let me tell you something. Animals run after they get shot. If it's in the lungs, of course it's a vital organ, but like I saw a video where, excuse me, a deer after getting shot with a 308 got at least a mile away from where it got shot. I'm not playing those games. I want something that will drop as soon as I shoot it, maybe 20 yards away. And that's what I researched. That's what I got from a 30-06. And hopefully when I shoot a deer, it's not going to go far, because I'm not into that tracking after I shoot it. Like I want it dead right there and then. Ethical shot. Okay? So let me show you a video of a 30-06 shooting a ballistic gel. This ballistic gel is is of a human head. And it's supposed to mimic, like the skull and everything. Mind you, Charlie Kirk got hit in the neck, which is mostly meat, muscle, and then you have the neck bone in the back. And like they said, there was no exit wound. Okay. So I'm going to show a video of the ballistic gel headshot. And let me know what you think about this. 1 second.
Now, the 30-06 round, many people...
All right, he's about to shoot it right now. Bam, completely obliterated. Completely obliterated, okay? Now that ballistic gel head has a skull and it has the gel that will mimic the skin.
Yeah. My little brackets didn't even survive, even though they probably weren't directly hit, just from the shock. Now, there's one other test that we can do with what we have left here. Some people theorize that it was 22 long rifle. Now, I'm just exploring the theories here. I don't think that would be my go-to round, but some people think that. So I do not have a 22 rifle, but I do have a 22 revolver. But even if I had the rifle, I wouldn't be able to replicate the downward angle. But if I just stand right here and shoot with my revolver, I'll be able to. Now, you're going to get a lot less velocity and power out of revolver than you will a rifle. You got the cylinder gap, and you got the shorter barrel with the revolver.
All right, let me stop sharing this screen. All right, so that was the ballistic gel head shot with a 30-06. And as you can see, it was completely obliterated, okay? And Charlie Kirk got shot in the neck miraculously, without an exit wound. And even though there's no exit wound, I would expect his neck to just completely explode. Like, this dude should have been decapitated, bro. That's how strong this 30-06 is. Matter of fact, I think I could. Can I show you? First of all, wait, hold on. Can I show a firearm on Spotify? Is that allowed? Can I call Spotify real quick? You know what? I'm gonna call Spotify because I really want to show you my rifle, and I also want to show you the differences in rounds. I have about 3 different rounds I could show you. I have a 9mm 5.56/223, and I have a 30-06. I also have a 12 gauge, but that doesn't have anything to do with it. Let me call on air to see if we can show a firearm. 1 second. This is gonna be interesting. Let me see if I can call him. Put on speaker.
Thank you for contacting Spotify. We're happy to help you. Phone support is not available at this time. Go to support.spotify.com.
All right. We're not going to do that. We're just going to test it out. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't know by now, I don't go off of scripts, okay? I've tried doing a podcast with a script, and I don't know what happens. Like, with all these tabs, I got a whole bunch of tabs open already, and we just started this episode. And sooner or later, I'm going to lose my script. So, fuck it. Like I always say, we raw dog the episode, baby. Uncut, unscripted, just raw dog it. The only thing I read is news articles. All right, so I'll be right back. Let me get my gun. 1 second. All right. So let me show you. Get my microphone right up here. Check this out, people. This is my Savage Axis hunting rifle, chambered in 30-06. You want to see the round? Now I'm gonna get a 5.56 out so you can see the difference. As we know, Donald Trump's ear was shot with a 5.56, and let me show you. All right, this is the size of a 30-06. Okay, this is the round. Most of it is the casing. If you guys don't know about bullets, near you that don't know, so from here and down is where all like the black powder, the explosive material is, and when you hit the primer right here, all the powder in here explodes and sends this part, the tip, through the barrel, and it hits your target. Now, I'm gonna go and get a 5.56 and show you the difference, okay? 1 second. Excuse me. All right. That was so unprofessional. All right, so let me get this right. All right, this is the 30-06, if you can see it correctly. And what I'm gonna hold next to is the 5.56. Okay, this one hit Trump's ear, not the whole thing, just the tip, and this one supposedly hit Charlie Kirk. Now, I'm with the people who are under the assumption that Charlie Kirk was not hit with a 30-06. I'm under the assumption that he was probably hit by, I think he was probably hit by a 9mm from a smaller gun, from closer up. Okay, could be with a 5.56, but definitely not by a 30-06, dude. Let me show you another video. Okay, this is an actual hunt video where a deer got shot, and they're going to show you the exit wound. Sharing the screen right now, and I will go ahead and fast forward.
It's moving off to the right, ain't it?
This is what I wish I was doing right now, man. Hunting. But you know, my car want to be like a fucking bitch, bro.
No. If we can get right around.
Matter of fact, bro, throughout all my training, bro, mind you, Aries training facility in Leesburg, I live in Orlando. It's about 40 minutes to an hour away. I have to drive there almost every week, maybe bi-weekly. You know, I might miss a week. But dude, I have to drive out there and back, okay? And no car problems. Throughout all my training, no car problems, okay? But as soon as I get my hunting license, as soon as I get my deer tag, my car wants to act like a bitch, okay? That's the universe trying to keep me down, all right? But I'm not going to let it get to me. My car's at the shop. I'm trying to see how much it's going to cost to get it back on the road. I just want my car long enough, maybe for two more months, and I'm going to get me a truck. I have a Toyota Tundra in my scope. I already scoped it out, okay? It's only like $8,000, dude. 170,000 miles, whatever, dude. I don't care. I just need a truck because I can't be like my activities, fishing, hunting, camping, hiking, like I can't do it in a Corolla. But anyway, let's get to this video. All right, let me fast forward.
See a doll, you don't want to chase them, put them right in the head. This one presented me with a nice headshot. That's what she got.
Beautiful, man. That's with what there?
With the old 30-aught.
30-aught.
Doesn't get any better than that.
Ain't no better than that.
You guys mess around with your 6.5 Creedmoor.
And that's actually the same rifle that I have, okay? The Savage Axis. This is probably one of the videos that I was seeing when I was researching which rifle to get. Let's continue.
6 mils. Talk about being tough guys. You know, 30-aught does the job every time.
All right, we're going to see the exit wound right now.
Right there in the face. The exit's way more impressive.
Look at that. Look at that. Mind you, that round, the 30-06 went through that deer's cheek, came out the neck. Remember, there's bones in the neck, okay? In the back of the neck. It completely made a huge crater in that neck. Can you see that? If you can't see it, the video version is on Spotify, okay? But if you can't see it, I'm going to describe it with you. I'm going to describe it for you, okay? It's a fucking hole. It's an exit wound. There's no way a human neck isn't going to either explode or give no exit wound from a 30-06. Okay? Okay, and I'm sure other hunters would agree. Now, bullets are known to do weird things. The bullets are known to move in mysterious ways, right? But like, think about this, bro. Think about this, bro, and ma'ams, and all the things in between. Think about this, okay? Think about it. Okay, now check this out. It's very rare for a bullet to act in such a way, okay? Having a 30-06 getting lodged in a human neck is what you would call a rare event, okay? Add that to a person that, can we call Charlie Kirk? Can we say that Charlie Kirk is a 1%er or close to a 1%er, which is a rare human being, and to be shot on a stage at a campus, which is another rare event. To being shot on stage is a rare event. So that's 3 rare things happening. 3 things that are rare. Okay? They're not telling us the truth. That's not a 30-06. I'm not going to show Charlie Kirk's getting shot. You've seen it. Everybody's seen it. It was all over it was all over social media, which is weird. They want us to see it. Why are you showing us Charlie Kirk getting shot over and over and over again, over and over and over again? And not to mention, we only have, I think I looked it up, we only have like 7 angles of this shot when the majority of the crowd was like taking video of the event. But we only have 7. We only have 7 angles, right? Something fishy is up. Yeah, like I said, I'm not going to get into too much political stuff with Charlie Kirk. R.I.P. to that man. You know, he spoke truth. He spoke his mind. Nobody should be shot over that. But yeah, man, like a lot of fishy stuff going on about that. All right, so amongst this Charlie Kirk incident, you got to understand something. We're heading into an era where I guess things are going to get very Orwellian. If you don't know what I mean by that, man, I'm not going to explain it. Orwell, dude. George Orwell, dude. Like, learn something, dude. Read a book. Animal Farm. Read it. But anyway, 1984? Read it. Open your eyes. We're basically heading into a surveillance state. Not just surveillance by humans, but surveillance by AI. Okay? There's this AI detection software system called GIDEON. There was a shooting. I forgot where it was, but there was a shooting, and then this guy, special operations veteran, I think he's Israeli, but anyway, he came out with this AI software called GIDEON. And let me give you the definition, the explanation. GIDEON is an AI-powered behavioral threat detection system for law enforcement and school safety teams that scrapes public Sorry, I can't see my screen. Let me start over. GIDEON is an AI-powered behavioral threat detection system for law enforcement and school safety teams that scrapes public platforms like social media to identify potential threats before they occur. Created by former Israeli Special Operations veteran Aaron Cohen, the system analyzes open web data for signs of radicalization, tactical planning, and other pre-attack behaviors. Let me play this video so you can hear him talk himself. So that real quick until I share the screen. Share. All right, 1, 2, 3, go. All right, so there you have that. So like you said, I'm gonna read about how GIDEON actually works. So how GIDEON works. Data scraping. The GIDEON platform continuously scans public platforms like Reddit, Discord, Telegram, and TikTok for language and behavior that indicate a potential threat. First of all, bro, let me bring up Discord's logo. I've said this for so long, dude. And madams, I've said this for, matter of fact, I say dude a lot, okay? And when I say dude, I mean women and men. So get used to it. All right. So I've been saying this about Discord a long time, okay? I'm going to share the screen real quick. Okay. So one thing I noticed about Discord logo, I'm not calling cops a pig because that's a derogatory term against the police officers. I don't think all of them are bad. You have some bad apples. But dude, the logo for Discord, to me, it looks like a pig's nose. It looks like a pig's nose, which never sat right with me. It seems like, of course, they're monitoring Discord. Anything that you think is encrypted and you think, oh, well, my Snapchat, it deletes right after I send it, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Of course it goes somewhere, dude. There's a database. Are you that, I don't want to call you dumb. But yeah, man, like anything on the internet can be scraped. Encryption is old technology. There's ways around encryption. All right, let's continue on how Gideon works. All right, we did data scraping. Here's behavioral threat detection. It flags indicators such as martyrdom language, grievance buildup, manifesto writing, and encasing of potential targets like schools or churches. It also does real-time alerts. When suspicious activity is detected, the system sends real-time alerts to law enforcement and homeland security units, providing early warnings. Excuse me. So yeah, and to be honest, I doubt that this is the only service that is out. Gideon is just one of them. There's probably many different services that offer the same type of surveillance that Gideon does. And you're going to have government contracts throwing their money at something like this for surveillance over the people, especially with these smart cities. You got Ring cameras everywhere. Everybody has a camera inside their house. We know that Roomba robots, those AI, self-moving, vacuum cleaners already map out your whole, house. Like all that data is just data is the supreme currency right now. The only thing the government wants, only thing all of these companies want is your data. That's why you see all of these rewards programs. Most of these rewards programs don't even reward you. Bro, I've had Chipotle rewards, right? I've ordered probably 20 bowls from Chipotle in the past 3 months, maybe. Sounds bad. But anyway, it's the truth. I've ordered so many bowls from Chipotle, and you know what they can offer me? Through their rewards program, the only thing they can offer me is free queso. The fuck I want queso? Give me a free meal. I want a free meal. No, you have to anyway, you know what I'm talking about. All of these things these credit card rewards, all they're doing is recording your information. Data is king right now. Heading into that Orwellian society. But yeah, man, we've come to the end. We've come to the end of this episode. How long have we been going? About 51 minutes, almost an hour. Not bad. I meant to make this a short one. I'm probably going to do a bunch of short episodes now. And I do want to say one thing. Really looking for a co-host. I could look for a co-host, but I'm looking for somebody just to talk to on this podcast. You can call in, preferably be in Florida, Orlando, specifically. That'll make things easier. I'll invite you over. Let's get a table set up. I need a producer. And as a producer, you don't have to do much. Okay. All you gotta do is sit there and listen to me talk, give your feedback. I wouldn't mind. But I'm not gonna lie, man. It's kind of hard talking to yourself. I know I'm talking to you guys, but while I'm recording, I'd rather talk to somebody. So if you're interested in being a co-host / producer or just a body that I can talk to, hit me up. My email is jordijets369@gmail.com. I'll put it in the episode description. But yeah, like I said in the beginning, sorry for the hiatus. I'm back. We're gonna get some episodes out, and yeah, I'm happy to be back. And let's end this episode right now. Let's get that outro music. Jordy Jets out. Until next time, love you guys. Peace.
Welcome to the show where the strange takes flight, where the shadows meet the curious light. We're diving deep where the wild things stay, in a world beyond your everyday. Oh my, we're gonna blow your mind, peeling back the layers of space and time, from hollow worlds to beings unseen. We're talking about things that